Empire Today. Hello.
How's it going?
I hope we don't get flagged for. Is that copyright information?
Whatever. What is it? What even is that? 1-800 and buy today.
Empire. You know, like
it might just be it probably is just a Midwest thing, right?
Empire
Empire flooring.
I think
something?
it probably. It's got to be like a local thing. I don't know.
It's kind of like Bob's Furniture.
Bob's Discount Furniture.
Yeah, with the weird claymation.
Bob's Orthopedic.
Yeah,
Head down to
yeah,
your
yeah.
feet. What does that mean? Your feet dicks?
You feedic.
Head down to your feet dicks. It feels like no night's sleep you've had before. Bob's Orthopedic.
We are starting a cult. That's Grant. I'm Jake.
It's
Mitch
true.
is here, and
We
we're
are in
just
absolutely.
going through Midwest commercials.
We are in absolutely no way endorsed by Bob's Orthopedic.
In fact, don't buy anything from them.
I can't tell you. They say it'll be the best night's sleep you've ever had.
I guess there's only one way to find out. It
And
really sounds like we're advertising them now.
where else can you find a Bobopedic mattress? You know, like where else are you gonna get those? I've never heard of them before.
Nowhere else but Bob's Orthopedic.
Bob's Orthopedic. All right, so let me just break this down for you. This is episode 99, if you can believe that.
I know.
kind of can't believe
What
that.
the fuck? We're going to be in triple digits next week
That is
of
fucking.
episodes.
That's insane to me.
You realize how long we've talked on the internet?
I was thinking
That's
about that
fucking
the other day.
crazy. At least 4-5 days worth of just nonstop us saying the stupid shit we say.
Pretty much, and it's all available for free. It's just there.
Yes.
But
We're going to deal.
But let me show you something here. I'm not going to show you anything. It's
Audio medium.
It's episode 99, which means, if you recall, next week we have our happy little surprise. It'll be a fun episode next week, and this week we just want to prime the pump for that. We're just chilling. You know, we got really.
We're just chilling.
I want to talk about potentially with the individuals in this room. That would be Jake and Mitch. You know, you might know them as Jake and Mitch.
Yeah. From earlier.
I would say Jake has been on all 99 episodes. Mitch has probably been on...
Probably like 45 at least.
Well, I was going to say
more.
at least 80.
At least 80.
At least.
Yeah.
At least 80. So, I mean, we're all here. If anybody knows this podcast better than us, that's just ridiculous because we live it.
That's awesome.
We have to live it. But, I mean, I think a great way to start is this might be episode 100 shit, but we do things differently here. So we're going to do this in episode 99.
Flip it and reverse it.
Yeah, we're going to drop down, flip it, and reverse it.
It's your primindipatwin yerpa.
It is. As said by the poet laureate of the East, Missy Elliott herself.
Yeah.
The
East. What?
Don't quote me on that.
What do you mean?
Well, it's only of the eastern part of the United States.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
It didn't go international yet. It's a geographical debate.
You know what? It's your primindipatwin yerpa.
It's your primitive.
Damn it! I had it so well.
But we started all the way back 99 weeks ago. Well, actually, it was a little bit longer than that.
Yeah, it took us a while to get into like the swing of things.
If I remember,
we weren't really doing it regularly, like once or twice a month.
No, yeah, if I remember correctly, David Huggins. I want to say that was like February of 19. We did that.
Probably, yeah.
And that was before we even had a podcast service. We were just using that free upload thing.
Yeah. Then it was just an edited picture of your and my face.
Yeah,
that I made
together
on my phone.
And then, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was April of 19 when we did Garavito. I remember that specifically.
Yeah, there was a wide berth between those two.
And then I think after that we did the movies episode, and then we just started doing it every week, and we have not missed a week since. I'm pretty proud of
regularity.
Even the pandemic could not stop content from dropping because it came and went anyway.
No, it's true. Because a big perk of being here is I'm working right now. Technically.
true.
Technically, I'm working right now.
This is a tax write-off.
It is. So this is my workplace.
This is
So
a
and I
tax
worked
write-off.
all through the pandemic in 2 jobs. It's fucking awesome.
And that's just how life operates. So we did it. I want to know, Mitch, I want to start with you this time because you're technically, I mean, in a way you are, but I can't say that you're a host of this show. You're more of just a consistent guest. So I want to start with you, and then we'll move in to Jake because Jake, he's the other guy in the show.
It's me and you, Grant.
So
And Mitch is here.
I want to know what, not necessarily favorite episodes, but you know what? That's exactly how I'm going to phrase that question. What are your favorite episodes of the show that we've done thus far?
That's a tough one. I couldn't just pick one.
Well, give me 3. Give me between 3 and 5, maybe 6 if you're horny. I don't know. Maybe 98. What are 98 of your favorites?
So, who are the people who made the Bill Schnoblin series?
Oh,
we were looking up their website, and it was just a bunch of crazy articles.
yeah, it was. Her name was Stephanie something, the woman. But the website, which for some reason just completely stopped being updated, it's almost as if she was full of shit the whole time. That metatech.org. How they got a .org blows my mind. But they got it, and yeah, I do remember that. We were just reading the double yolked egg story, things of that nature.
Yeah. Those were funny to read. I really enjoyed that.
Those are good.
Yeah, I do love doing the movies. Talking about our favorite movies or favorite music.
Yeah, we only did the music once. That was a one-timer. I think it's more of a... See, movies are more universal, because it's like if you haven't seen a movie, if I tell you, you've never seen Saw, you should watch it. It's good. You might like it. But if I tell you, you've never listened to Dying Fetus... Yeah, I'm not going to tell you to go listen to it. I'm not going to promote that.
There's no time for it to really unfold. The song is what it is.
Yeah.
At least with a story, you can I'll get my feet wet in this.
Yeah, if you're not a fan of the so-called material, I'm not going to force it upon you. But, that is interesting. I remember. I think that was our 4th episode? Maybe? I want to say it was.
Yeah, we cannot recall. Another favorite of mine was, I think it was Pizzagate? Or I don't know. We had Shaw here, then we had the Bob here.
Oh yeah,
and that was a lot of fun. Just having everyone here.
That was the Franklin cover up part 1.
Oh okay.
Yeah, we had what did we call him on the show? I think I called him Doc. Yeah, from The Shining.
The Bob.
Yeah, it's the same guy. We had him. He was a cop. It was the perfect episode to have a cop on because sex trafficking is a crime. If you weren't aware.
It is a crime. Don't do that.
I'm not sure if you're totally aware, but that's illegal. And we had a police officer here to make sure we knew that was illegal,
Yeah. Don't do that.
I mean, if you do, that
Stop.
sucks.
Kill yourself.
You're bad.
Don't do it.
You're
How about that?
Very bad man. That's all I'm going to say. Very bad man.
Very bad Ghislaine. Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the I don't even remember the name of that episode, but I know what you're talking about. It's one of our earlier ones where we read the goofy articles. Yeah, give me
I think
one
it was
more.
World News or something.
Give me one more, Mitch. What's one that really just sticks into your eye holes and makes you think about your own death?
Think about my own death? I don't know, like the Shadow People episode.
Carlton?
Spooky.
Carlton was there. Griff was there.
I was so drunk on that episode.
Dude, that day, I showed up here, and you're like, oh, shit. With Georgie and all that, I'm like, we're fucking so drunk. I'm like, well, can you, get here? You're like, yeah. It took you, an hour. You just showed up drunk as shit. Like, let's do the podcast.
That was...
I was the only sober one in the room for that episode.
I've never...
The only one.
I don't know how Georgie did it, but he convinced me to go to a beer festival, and we were drunk by 10 a.m. We were just plastered by 10.
Shouldn't need convincing, man. That sounds like a great time.
We were making new friends outside of porta potties by 11:30 a.m.
Well, fucking Black Sabbath cover band played.
It was. This is completely unrelated, but I tell the story because it reminds me of how funny things can be. I guess I had 2 numbers for Georgie in my phone, and I don't know how, but like when I would text them, it went to him, but when I tried to FaceTime him, it would go to the wrong number. So he was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. We were like, all right. So we were waiting around, and like 20 minutes goes by. We were like, there's no way he's shitting in that porta potty. Like he's not gonna be in there that long. So I was like, all right, I'll FaceTime him. So we call him, and some random woman answers in a bathroom, and I'm wasted. So I'm like, did you steal his phone? And she's like, stop calling me. You have the wrong number. And I'm just fucking plastered. I'm like, what are you talking about? Where's Georgie?
Please.
They're like, they got so mad at me. Then they started like trolling me that day. They were just calling me. And I was like, I don't know what to
See
do.
how you like it, motherfucker.
Oh, man. That was a good episode.
That was a fun day.
That was fun. Drunk podcasting is fun, but you
have to reel it in.
I like being drunk, but I hate getting drunk because it's just like, why can't I just be there, know?
It's the dragon you don't think is worth chasing, huh?
No, to me it's like I'm in that small percentage of people that isn't afraid to admit that all alcohol tastes like absolute like hot dog water mixed with cat turds.
Yeah, I mean, people saying that any alcohol tastes good is just them accepting the fact that that's what they have to do to feel the way they want to feel.
Definitely. I get so
Or
mad.
you can't taste it at all, and it's just like, well, all right, that's good. Like, what is it, a Long Island iced tea or something?
Yeah,
it's got like
just pure
13
liquor.
different liquors, but somehow it just tastes like tea. How the fuck does that work? But anyway, yeah, alcohol is pretty good. I'm drinking some now.
People that try to tell me, they're like, oh, this whiskey tastes so good, try it. You're full of shit.
It's like this tastes like liquid smoke and pee.
If you
if
you have truly gotten to a point in your life where you've tricked yourself into believing that this alcohol tastes good, you drink too much because it shouldn't taste good. Now
it shouldn't be like a sweet elixir for your gullet. Like
cocktails are a little different. They're a hybrid. There's some that could be really good, and I know that taste plays a big part in that. So there's some that are good, some that maybe not so good. I accept that, but if you're talking just straight, like, you have to try this vodka, it's so good. I'm like, you have a problem, sir. You can't be doing this.
I will say that I do like the taste of, like, a lot of beers and stuff. But, yeah, liquor, I agree with you. I like a nice wine sometimes.
Oh, yeah. I get
you
down
are
with
a
that.
very picky motherfucker when it comes to what you put in your body.
It is true.
And not for, like, health reasons. Mostly, like taste.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm a food pussy. Like, I'm not adventurous.
I've seen you eat a vegetable once. That wasn't a fried potato.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about right.
Hey, everything's fine.
I'll tell you a story. The last time
I like beer sometimes.
The last time I ate a carrot, I was maybe 11 years old. And the reason I don't like them, it's not because I don't enjoy the taste. It doesn't really bother me. But I just have this, I ate it, and it got stuck in my, like, chest.
Oh.
Like, I didn't quite choke on it, but I could, like, feel this, like, clump of carrot in my, like, lower throat.
Did you, like, thoroughly chew it?
No.
Oh, okay. Because when that happens, when you thoroughly chew it, it feels like sawdust.
Oh.
Like a clump of just sawdust going down.
It hurt.
But you shivved yourself in the throat inside?
Yeah.
With a carrot.
And
wow.
It could have actually, looking back on it now, it could have been very unrelated to the carrot. But ever since then, I cannot do carrots. They just make me uncomfortable.
What about a nice, like, julienne cut carrot?
Absolutely
nice little
not.
Thin strip like a pasta.
If it's in like a pot roast or something, I'll eat it and not cry. But if you were just to
I'll cry any other time, though.
If you were just a mandolin slice of carrot onto my mouth, I would be very sad with you.
Like a little thin slice, like a communion wafer.
I tried. No, that's not actually. I had crab legs for the second time in my life.
Not a vegetable, but yes.
That was the most adventure I've had in years. Was some crab legs.
Dude, crab legs are delicious. You just dip them in butter, and then they just taste like hard butter.
Yeah, kind of.
That's all it is.
Then
Makes your house smell terrible.
I couldn't do the mussel. I couldn't do it. I could not bring myself to
Mussels
do it.
are delicious.
It just looked so, for lack of a better term, disgusting. That there was no way.
You don't like the fact that it looks like a big grape-sized booger?
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
You don't like it?
It's like if somebody shit out a grape without digesting it. It's just a gooey, slimy residue.
It's like those peeled grapes that people do for Mariah Carey, but it's just kind of been out in the sun for a while.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
Sun-dried ass cheek.
How do you feel about blue cheese? I don't think I've ever asked you that.
I'm okay with blue cheese. I don't like blue cheese dressing. That grosses me out.
That's such a weird line to draw because I feel like most people like the dressing, but not just the cheese on its own.
No, see, I don't like the dressing. Now, if you were to give me just but I'm a cheese guy. So if you give me if you just cut a fucking 5-pound brick of blue cheese, I'll eat it. That's fine.
Nice.
I
thought that would be a flavor that would fucking throw you off.
I ate Parmesan cheese with a spoon yesterday because I was just bored.
I've seen how you dress your rice. Butter and Parmesan cheese every time.
I was just eating, and I was like, you know what? I want some cheese.
I'm going for it.
I want some fucking cheese.
It.
And I ate it, and it didn't satisfy me at all. And honestly, it wasn't what I wanted, but at the moment, it was the right decision.
It seemed like a good idea.
But yeah, I don't know if you guys know that about me. I love cheese.
No, cheese is fantastic.
I've never tried a cheese that I didn't like except cottage cheese, and I will eat it. I will eat it in certain formats. If there is cottage cheese in food, well, perhaps a lasagna, maybe a stuffed shell, I'll gladly eat it with no issues.
Like in place of ricotta, or
yeah, I like a nice healthy blend of ricotta and cottage. You know.
Have you ever had cottage cheese on a baked potato?
Are you asking me if I've ever vomited on my potato and then eaten it? Because no, I haven't.
It's a great way to go about life.
Are you one of those sour cream baked potato guys?
I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I'm not going to put it on voluntarily, probably.
Okay, that's fair.
If it's on there, I'll be like, this looks fucking delicious.
Mitch, what's your take on the sour cream,
What's the sour cream
baked potato debate?
Oh, sour cream all the way. Sour cream, get some butter on there, maybe salt and pepper, some cheese, some bacon bits.
Okay.
Just fucking have a heart attack.
Here's the next big question. You can have 3 ingredients in the world, whatever you choose, but only 3, no more.
For everything?
To make yourself the perfect baked potato. What do? Does
potato count as
one
of the ingredients?
No, that's just there.
Right.
You get a baked potato, and then you get to pick 3 whatever toppings you want. Not even necessarily toppings. Ingredients. So, if you want salt and pepper, those count as 2.
Okay.
Anything. You get a bland hunk of potato, and you got 3 things to spruce it up. What do?
I'm going probably. All right. So the potato, right? It's all cut up. It's open.
Yeah.
I flattened it out to spread across the plate. All right.
You know,
I'm putting cottage cheese. No.
Before you get into this,
all right.
I've also had an issue with this about baked potatoes.
Well, you don't like them spread out?
No, I do. But when I do that, I hate myself because now it's just a mashed potato. So the point of it being a baked potato,
we can't overwork it, dude. It's like sourdough.
It's null and void.
You touch it too much, it fucks up.
I don't like it. You continue. It's practically a mashed potato.
All right. I'm going fucking cottage cheese. I just grew up that way. Cottage cheese, pepper, maybe some butter. Maybe.
All right.
Obviously, butter goes on first. You got to let it melt in there, then put the cheese on top. Pepper looks amazing on top of that. Just all the contrast.
It does. Pepper is a staple for a potato.
Yeah. I would also, this is going past it, but those are my 3, you got to have them.
Yeah, those are the big 3.
You put, salsa and, corn on it. Delicious.
That sounds gross.
You're gross. My potato's delicious. Mitch, what about you?
Mitch wants poop on his.
Definitely poop, but okay. In all seriousness, butter.
In all seriousness, guys, anal vapor.
Just in case you thought I was telling the truth.
So butter, garlic salt, and let's say cream cheese.
Cream cheese, really? I've literally never.
Going hard with the dairy. I like that.
I've legitimately never in my life heard of somebody putting cream cheese on a potato.
No, the only two uses I know for cream cheese are bagels and
sex.
like cake. Sex, huh?
What? You guys don't have sex that way?
Yeah, cake.
You guys don't just fuck the brick of Philadelphia cheese, you know?
Make it look all...
Peanut butter's overrated.
donutty.
You know, you got to go for the cream cheese.
All right, yeah.
All right. If I would obviously butter. That's just you need it. You know, it's kind of bland without it.
Salted or unsalted butter? This is a big thing.
I
I just said butter, honestly, because I didn't have another thing that I really wanted on there. I usually don't put butter on my fucking potato.
That's fair.
You know? But go ahead. Salted or unsalted?
I'm gonna go unsalted because it's you'll understand it.
You're gonna have more control.
Number 2, a slight helping of bacon bits.
I thought you were gonna say baking soda or some
No,
shit.
bacon
All right,
bits.
Bacon bits.
And then the coup de grace, the shit that you get on the table at Red Robin. I don't know what it's like the red.
Well, like the placemats? Or?
No, have you guys ever been to Red Robin? You know how they give you that thing of seasoning for your fries, and it's
Oh yeah.
it's just a bunch of spices. It looks like pepper.
Pretty sure it's just like salt with pepper and cayenne in it.
Yeah, and like garlic. It's got a bunch of shit in it. I'm putting that on there. That would be perfect. I've only done that once in my life, and it was far too much, and I didn't enjoy it. But I know
just
that
the right amount.
if I were to somehow contain myself and use moderation, it may just work.
Yeah.
So this brings us to Jake. What are your episodes?
Yeah, what are my
of the
episodes? How about that?
None.
I don't know, man.
I hate this. I hate
I
that.
can't be looking in the past all this time. No, I'd say probably Ruby Ridge was where we truly like fell into our voice and how to like do this shit.
Yeah,
Like you listen to the earlier ones, we're a bit stiff, you know. We're just trying to make a podcast, but I feel
we're
like
just two dudes.
we're just two dudes in
We don't
fucking
know.
Northwest Indiana.
We don't know what the fuck
Yeah.
we're doing.
Yeah, but no, I think Ruby Ridge was the first time that it was like a really good amount of information with like who we are coming through, how it really should. And then John Benet Ramsey, I like that episode. That
JB.
sparked more conversations in my life outside of the podcast than any other episode.
We kind of did that episode at we didn't plan that, but it came out at the perfect time.
Yeah.
Because within the next week or two, they started announcing that 2020 documentary that came out. And then there were other things like on Hulu and Netflix about
Yeah.
John Benet Ramsey. We were ahead of that curve.
We fucking called it.
I don't know how we managed to do that, but we did.
Maybe we set a trend. Maybe we're bigger than we think we
Yeah,
are.
maybe all of our the only people that listen to this show are like
Nielsen
bigwigs.
families.
The network executives, the Viacom CEO is our biggest fan.
Hell yeah.
Just like, I can't let them know who I am. What is this?
That's what. Oh god. All right. One more.
Nope. You're wrong.
I like
the
them all,
thinking
man.
sound.
I like them all.
That's not an answer.
I just have a good time every week coming here with you guys. Isn't that just a sweet way to avoid the answer?
No.
No. Maybe Chestnut Ridge. I don't think it's Chestnut Ridge, Mitch. I'm sorry.
As a matter of fact,
I did very much enjoy Skinwalker Ranch, that whole saga
that was rough.
that we did. That was rough, but I am proud of it. I'm glad we did it.
I never did that much work in any schooling I've
On
ever
anything.
been in. Ever. Like, that was next level. It was like
was
watching
awesome.
shit, reading shit, taking notes, underlining. I
Voluntarily out of school.
Yeah, it-
like it's
wow.
it's nice.
That one took me for a ride.
So yeah, I'll say those are my three: Skinwalker Ranch, Ruby Ridge, and John Benet.
Ridge of Rubes. I
Also,
get it.
Waco. That series we just did. I keep liking our episodes more and more as we do them, honestly.
Hey, that's the best way to
like
make it
'em,
happen, you know? We got to make sure that
trying to make a better product.
the content we're putting out is both fresh and enjoyable. Because you see, the thing about us is we're not attractive women. And when you're an attractive...
We're very unattractive women.
In the modern era, when you're an attractive woman, you could sell almost any product that you want. I don't have that luxury.
Or if you're a powerful white man, but we're not powerful, we're just white men.
We're neither of any of those. We're just people. We're what I like to call nobodies, because I can go to my local store.
No one will know my name.
No, people will.
No one will know us.
I cannot tell you the last time I've been out in public and seen someone that I knew that wasn't someone that I am actually friends with or spend time with outside of, being in public.
Yeah. And even then you're like, oh, God, I got to get out of here.
Sometimes I think I do, but then I'm thinking maybe I'm just getting old. Because I was out last night, and I saw someone. I'm trying to think where we were. We were at some store.
Was it Walmart?
No, it was the scrub store to get scrubs.
Okay. Is that what it's called?
I honestly don't know what it's called.
All right,
but
we'll go on.
My girlfriend needed scrubs, so we went. And when we were in there, someone they said hi or something. And they were like hello, and I glanced at it and was like, do I know you? But then when I was thinking about it, I was like, I don't think I knew that person at all. I think I'm just going insane.
That was the greeter of the store. Almost every store has one.
Yeah, maybe it will. I don't know.
Just to say hello and have a nice day.
It was weird, though. I was like, you know what? You look so goddamn familiar to me. But the truth of the matter is they weren't.
Sometimes that happens.
Yeah, but that's kind of, how did I get here? How did I get to this conversation?
What are your favorite episodes, Grant? What are yours? The three at least.
Bigfoot Part 2 will always be number one for me.
Oh yeah, the crossover of Silence of the Lambs and Bigfoot.
That it not only
timeless joke in my mind.
Not only was it just so fun, it was. I feel like it's one of those episodes that's gonna get lost in our catalog because it's so overdone. Like everyone knows about Bigfoot, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But the shit that we talked about in that episode was so real. That it's so to me that will always be number one because we almost proved that it exists, but it's just cool.
And you were laughing the whole time.
So yeah, Bigfoot Part 2 is definitely up there. Quality wise, I'm not sure because I'm ashamed to admit it. It's one episode I haven't listened to of ours, and that would be Bill Schnoblin. That's only because
I'm sick of his shit.
I'm so
even thinking about it.
I'm so oversaturated with Schnobes.
I don't want to revisit that guy.
That I never listened to that episode.
It probably sounds fine.
It was just so fun to tell that story with trying to keep a straight face.
And then retelling it again because we're like, oh, we got to redo this episode.
Yeah, no, that was fun.
Oh, God.
That one will always be up there for me.
Did he ever email you back?
No.
Because you emailed him, right?
I did. Yeah, I reached out to him. I wanted to see if he'd, partake in an interview with us. And he immediately probably said a prayer for me and deleted said email.
Yeah, he may, even if you went so far as to listen to our episode on him, that's probably the end for him. That probably would have been the end.
I wanted to give him a platform where we could. I feel like no one's ever called him on his bullshit. I feel like
he does, but he just did what he did to us and just refuses to acknowledge it.
I would.
He didn't even respond.
He's just absolutely not. There's no comments on his YouTube channel.
Is all the stuff he said before just moot now? Is he not?
I don't know.
Is he just no, I'm going to ignore that. That was some old shit.
I don't know. But that one was fun just because the story was batshit crazy. There's
so
no
many
other way,
facets to this man.
No other way to explain it. And then I don't know. It's hard because I'll tell you this. What I have learned from doing this show is I'm very interested in extraterrestrials, but the stories that tend to accompany the extraterrestrial visits, they're never as entertaining as I crave them to be. And I'm not saying they're not interesting. It's just that I like the more theoretical side of the alien.
Well, that's why it's nice to do those episodes every now and again, like on aliens.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
you can just pontificate upon it after you're done telling the story.
It makes you
You
think.
know, and those are the conversations I like the most on here, is where we just well, what if this happened? Well, if that happened, what about this?
Maybe this.
That's interesting because I was thinking, like one of those.
Maybe this happens.
Perhaps this then. Or yes, anding.
It's rough because we've done fucking 98 episodes previous to this.
We're in the current 99th.
I will say I enjoyed. Again, it's not one of the higher quality episodes, but the one we did about Wisconsin.
That one was fun, just because of just us going up there for the weekend to the middle of nowhere, Wisconsin. That was awesome.
That was fun.
That was so much fun.
And it was I would say it's a tie between that one and the Northwest Indiana Ghost episode, only because
that was hour 45, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the reason I picked it is because I learned a lot more about things that I never would have paid attention to in my life.
Yeah, and they're right fucking around us.
So that was fun.
That was cool. I forgot about that.
What was the one we went to Reader Road for? Was that episode?
I think it was that one, yeah. Where we
ago?
actually went there and heard some weird shit.
That was so funny. I can't believe that we did that.
We got to do field research, dude,
But yeah, those
Gotta get in there.
Those are good. I also, I definitely, as far as the true crime goes, I like the Louis Garavito episode because, it's the OG of the series.
Yeah.
First true crime we ever did.
We did what we could with what was available. There wasn't much information on that,
But the reason I like it is because I've rarely ever seen him talked about on any true crime show, be it, YouTube, television, podcasting. You don't really get a lot of information about him.
You really don't. Even looking him up on something as simple as YouTube, like you said, there's 9 videos.
Yeah, it's very minimal.
What the hell?
So I enjoyed that one just for the sake of it being kind of fresh. And Ed Kemper, he's one of my favorites just because I feel like he's funny.
The Kempster, yeah.
I feel like he's enjoyable.
He's still alive, isn't he? Is he still doing audiobooks and shit in prison?
That I don't know of. I know he's still alive, but
yeah, I know he did have a stroke or two.
Yeah, he had some health concerns. He's fucking old and he's a giant. He's literally a giant.
He's a crazy murderer too, yeah.
But yeah, that was interesting. And then just a curveball. I do love. This sounds so morbid, but I absolutely love.
Is it?
When we guess who's gonna die for the year.
Oh no, yeah. I the first time we did that, I was very on the fence. I was like, should we be doing this? Is this is this is this allowed? But now I look forward to it every year.
It's just fun because I'm not wishing death upon any of these
No, we're
people.
just gonna see if it's right. Dude, Chick Corea died.
Who?
Chick Corea. He's a jazz musician.
Oh.
He died yesterday. That's fucked.
I think I did see something about that today.
Yeah.
And the name didn't ring a bell, so I was like, oh, okay. See, I'm not well versed in jazz.
That's okay.
I'm not afraid to admit
Neither
it.
am I. I just knew his name.
There's only a few things I'm well versed in, and when those things pop up on the internet,
we make a podcast about it.
I'm very excited because I'm like, wait a minute. You're telling me that my interests garner enough to create an article?
There's an obelisk just found in the desert.
Whatever happened with that? I'm pretty sure that was
It was an advertisement. It was a weird promo ploy for some company.
Interesting. I like that.
Yeah. Nothing special.
I don't know how our field base of fans, that's what I'm going to refer to y'all as.
Field base of fans.
I don't know where you lean when it comes to the act of sports, but the Super Bowl did happen. And what show would we be if we didn't discuss potential, underhanded dealings that had to happen with the Super Bowl?
Had to happen.
I did notice I said that.
That's all good. I liked it. I liked it a lot, actually.
What are your thoughts? Do we think that maybe the Super Bowl was fixed? What are our thoughts here?
I think Tom Brady's just fucking crazy good at football. And also the Chiefs. What's the Chiefs coach name?
Andy Reid.
Dude, you know on Thursday before the Super Bowl, his son...
He ate 50 cheeseburgers.
No, something far worse. His son got into an accident, and there was a 5-year-old kid who's now in a coma from it, and a 4-year-old kid who's just injured. But his son was drunk driving and fucking has possible manslaughter charges against him.
Yeah,
that happened the Thursday before. You think that may have had something to do with some of the play calling? That may have had something to do with the fact that the Chiefs didn't score one touchdown?
That will weigh on the mind of any individual, I can imagine.
He's my son's life is over, and so are those 2 other young poor boys.
Yeah, that's not good. I did not know that.
I just learned that yesterday.
That is quite interesting. Mitch, you're my conspiracy guy here. What are your thoughts on this? Because you're pretty unbiased when it comes to sports because you don't care.
I love sports conspiracy theories, like how they have magnets in basketballs in the NBA.
Yeah, they say the rims are magnetized.
Yeah, or no, there's a magnet in the ball. And
yeah.
So they'll just go towards the rim. Yeah. So
then I might even be able to buy that just because that would sell more tickets,
Yeah.
Honestly, I haven't seen anything. I haven't watched any conspiracies on the Super Bowl this year. It kind of just seemed like, just from watching it, or watching a good chunk of it, the Chiefs just shit the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say probably.
I mean,
the halftime show, people are talking shit. I thought it was good for what it was.
I thought it was better than the past couple halftime. It was entertaining enough to where I didn't know any of the songs. I knew
a few, just
honestly,
from radio.
I thought I did not know who The Weeknd was, by looking at him. And this was told to me because I thought he was in a commercial with Big Bird. And it wasn't him.
Me and your girlfriend spent so much time convincing you that was not The Weeknd in that commercial.
And
that was a completely different looking guy.
It took me so long to understand that wasn't him.
He was not palling around with Big Bird and then taking a flight to the fucking Super Bowl.
I don't. Maybe he had a busy weekend.
Yeah. Dude, I learned who he was from Uncut Gems. That's where I really was oh, it's just one guy. I thought it was a group or something.
I forgot that he was in that until you brought it up. It's oh yeah, he was in the beginning.
He played himself, and he was sexually assaulting that chick.
Mm-hmm.
He's no, feel this shit. It's that's creepy as fuck. He's I will not perform unless I have black lights, that kind of thing.
I mean, hey,
it's crazy. I don't know. I guess you pay him a lot of money. He's probably a fine person.
I don't give a fuck.
Unless he did that. Who knows?
I don't give a fuck about sports conspiracies because they're all stupid. They mean nothing.
You just brought one up the other day, or not the other day, fucking an hour ago, where Tom Brady's a fucking android sent to destroy football.
I've heard that.
He's I'm so good, I'm going to destroy the idea of the NFL.
I think that is quite hilarious. I don't think that's real.
Dude, have you seen that picture of him being escorted out of somewhere, drunk as shit, and then he tweeted, nothing to see here, just a little bit of avocado tequila, or something that.
Dude, he was wasted. I don't know if you guys saw the video.
He deserves it, dude. 7 rings, are you shitting me?
He had the... For those of you that do not watch football, the trophy is the Lombardi Trophy, and it's a silver football on a little stand, I guess you'd say. It looks like whatever, but I don't know when it came out, but I saw the video yesterday, and it is Tom Brady drunk as shit on a boat, holding the trophy, and there's a boat behind them. And he throws the trophy off the boat into the other boat. And
wait, was someone there to catch it? Or
yeah. He was.
I thought he just threw it on the deck of a passing boat.
No, he chucked it to another boat that had his teammates on it. And the best part of the video is that he's standing at the edge, like he's doing the the
will
sway,
I or won't I?
and you can hear his daughter screaming in the background. She's like, "Dad, don't do it!" And he just fucking chucks it through the air. And I was like, you know what? That made me laugh so hard.
Oh my god! He's like, "Where are my kids? I gotta kiss them."
Oh, the reason I brought up the Super Bowl is because I want to talk about the streaker, that guy. That was not only entertaining for me.
Dude, it was just funny to me because at that very moment, you could tell Patrick Mahomes was like giving up. He was like, "Oh no,
Yeah, he was fed up.
This is not gonna work. I'm not gonna win." And then that happened. He's like, it just showed him. The camera went to him so you wouldn't see the streaker's ass, and he's just like, "God damn it, man! Come on, dude! Like, come on."
So I was reading this article, and then I followed it up with a video and another article. It turns out that this streaker, I'm not entirely sure what his connection is to this company. I'm not positive on what the company's name is. I want to say it's like Vitality Now or something like that.
It sounds
right. I don't really know what they are, but it was started by this like Russian prankster. He's like, apparently he's kind of YouTube famous for doing pranks and things. And they didn't show this on TV, but if you watch the footage from people that caught it on camera, the guy's wearing a pink Borat-esque bathing suit with the logo of that company on it. And it turns out that this is not an uncommon occurrence. This guy, he's done it himself. He's had his wife do it and his mother. He's had multiple other people do it. They did it at the 2017 World Series. They did it at the World Cup. They did it at some golf event. The cricket championships. I don't know what they're called. Pretty much his excuse for doing it is that, why would I pay $5 million for an advertisement for my company when I can do this and get advertised for free? And it's kind of genius.
Wait, so it is his company?
Not the guy that was streaking. It's not his company.
Yeah.
He somehow...
Okay, so he was like... he's probably like a 1099 like independent contractor.
Yeah.
Like, you can't have him on the payroll.
I'm not entirely sure his connection because they never really said that. But it at least it's believed that he was paid by the company to do it. Or, like, incentivized, like, if you do it, we'll do this, or, like, get you this.
That's fucking badass, dude. It's like the clowns showing up, like, a month before it was announced.
Yeah, a little bit.
You know?
It's guerrilla marketing at its finest.
Pretty much.
And it's not a conspiracy. It's just fun.
It is just fun. I wish all advertisement was like that. Just reality changes, and then something you see on a commercial is like, oh, that's why.
It's kind of fucking genius. Like, I can't deny that. It has a stroke of genius to it.
Dude, the people in, like, advertising, can you imagine having that job and, like, being able to just really be, like, free with your ideas in it?
I can't. I really
That's why
can't.
we're not in the advertising business.
Because to me, I'm not good at reeling it in. I have
Well, I mean,
ideas.
you're going to be at a table with the people who are employing you, like, pitching the ideas. They're not going to be just like, do whatever you want.
Well, that's my problem. Is I can be creative when I feel like it. I tend to take it too far, and that works for me in my outlets of doing it. But if I were being paid,
yeah, if you are in our Patreon, you've heard his stories. You know how far he goes.
I'd be a little too nervous to even pitch my real idea. That I don't know if I could do it.
Get a bunch of corpses, donating their bodies to science. We fall them into a swimming pool from a helicopter.
We turn them into human rafts.
We sample the noise. That becomes the next pop hit.
You know the Kia gerbils? We take those guys and we shove them into the assholes of giants. And then those giants...
But newsflash, they love it. They just love it.
They love it. That's their new car.
It's what they like.
And the end game is that the giant is going to drive the 2022 Kia. It's perfect.
It's also a sideways slant rhyme advertisement for a Marvel Endgame.
Oh. I got a big problem with Marvel. To me, they're just... I hate it. I don't like
DC is superior, and I don't really even like all the stuff in DC. I just like fucking Batman. Batman is the ultimate.
My thing, it's very simple to me. I'm not going to say you can't like Marvel movies, because, I mean, you know, if you like them, you like them. You know, it's your business. It's fine. To me, it's a joke. I don't like it. They're stupid. First off, they make it the serious business. So this giant purple monster is going to destroy half of the planet. Yet, somehow,
he looks like Brock Lesnar or some shit.
He kind of just looks like a piece of fucking purple broccoli. Like, he's got the stringy face.
My favorite original meme to come out of that was the Homer Simpson face superimposed on him.
Yeah.
That was probably the best one to come out of that. But go on.
But, so this big purple man wants to destroy the universe, or whatever his fucking end game is here. And somehow the rich superheroes all have time to hang out and party and drink and crack jokes, but then they always just right at the right time they know how to turn it off and just like, we killed Purple Man, he's gone. It always works.
Well, yeah, I mean, you don't want to just like, and then the world ended. Like, what do you want, a movie like that?
I do.
All the time.
Think of like a League
especially
of their
with
own.
like just like fucking crazy cinematic science fiction like abilities in these people, and you're just like, oh, I'm not rooting for him.
You got to be honest with yourself. That guy would win, probably. He's a giant purple monster that has the capability to quite literally destroy half of the world.
Dude, it's just one evil otherworldly person looking for like a shit ton of fucking hand jewelry. It's just the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, in a sense.
You know?
In
Get
a
out of
sense.
here, Marvel.
I'm not a fan of Marvel.
Now there's like a talking raccoon because of Guardians of the Galaxy. He's showing up in all the movies.
Yeah, I don't like that.
What's up with that?
They do these crossovers, and they're like, it's so huge. It's like, I'm like, I don't give a shit. You know the crossover I want to see? I want to see SpongeBob hanging out with, like, Jimmy Neutron.
Dude, the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour.
Yeah, those
Remember
were good.
that shit? That was amazing.
Those were crossovers.
Jimmy Timmy.
Or like the Batman Scooby-Doo, where it's like, we're going to go back to the Bat Cave and drink bat milk.
He's like, bat milk?
Yeah.
And
Like,
the coronavirus. But, oh, God. No, what was the other? Kiss and Scooby-Doo.
oh, yeah, I
That
remember
one was
that.
a good one.
I
Was
used to
it
have
Kiss Saves Christmas?
I used to have a Kiss toothbrush.
Damn right. Hell yeah,
I
dude.
don't know why. I guess I liked Kiss when I was a child. I'm cool with that.
I guess I did, too. I mean, I don't remember doing it, but I remember having T-shirts and playing Detroit Rock City over and over in the kid's basement.
But yes, for some reason, Marvel, I'll tell you what, they make an interesting story, but it's so dumb to me. I absolutely hate it. Like, okay, I watched one of the Spider-Mans, like the newer ones.
We have enough Spider-Mans, I think.
Oh, absolutely.
I haven't seen the animated one, and that one I've been told is very cool.
Oh, yeah.
I need to give that one a fair chance,
The
but I think
Spider-Verse.
we should be done with, or at least pick a main actor, like pick one.
Yeah, stop giving random people
Ben
trilogies.
Affleck like just passed by as Batman. Now he's being replaced with fucking Edward from Twilight.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on with that, right?
That's why.
And Jared Leto fucking dropped the ball on the Joker. Now he's like a cultist. What the fuck? What's going on?
The one thing I will say, I've never seen that movie with Jared Leto as the Joker.
I got 20 minutes in.
Never saw it, and I don't plan on seeing it. But the one thing I will say, everyone on the internet likes to attack him for being like the worst Joker ever, which I grant you, it doesn't look or sound good. But my thing is, I don't know why they keep blaming him, because somebody had to approve that costume. We should fire the guy that was like, you know what, Jared, you look good as fuck. We're going to get you out there on camera.
Dude, we need to get the contracts from this movie deal.
Yeah, like,
because I feel like
allowed-
Jared Leto or Leto or however the fuck people pronounce it. I think it's Leto. But I feel like he's like one of those actors who, in his contract, before he signs movies, he like has to have a certain amount of creative control with his own character.
I feel like
You know what I
shouldn't
mean?
be allowed. It's like,
It
get
shouldn't
out.
be, but he's Jared fucking Leto.
I don't like him. I don't like him at all.
You know what I heard about that movie with him in it? He apparently they cut out a bunch of scenes.
Yeah, I've heard
of
that.
him being the Joker.
Yeah, because
So-
I think he's only
Ooh.
the Joker for a couple minutes out of that whole movie.
Dude, was that before or after they released it? Do you know?
before.
It was before?
Mhm.
Okay.
Because apparently,
So even like the test audiences,
yeah,
like it wasn't even like Die Hard where people saw Bruce Willis on like a fucking action movie marquee and they're just like, what the fuck is this?
I
That
don't
guy's
believe
a
this.
fucking idiot. But yeah, I don't know, man. Fucking, I don't know. He didn't do it. He doesn't even count as a Joker, I don't think.
No.
He was such a minor character in that movie. What little I saw of it, I can't imagine him showing up a lot more.
I'm like, see,
And they cut a bunch of his scenes.
my thing is Batman has so many villains. Why is it always the Joker?
We need a Riddler.
I would love a good
I would
Riddler.
love a good like Christopher Nolan Riddler.
But
he's not going to go back to Batman, I don't think.
I would 1,000,000,000% love a new Penguin. I think that would be fun.
Yeah, not one that's like the one from Gotham. Like I want the full like.
Well, you mean like the Danny DeVito
I want him
one?
to look like an egg. You
Okay,
know, I want him to
yeah.
look like an egg with the little chick beak poking out of it.
Yeah. No, I there's so many cool fucking villains. Who's the they have like the mob boss was his like Carmine something.
Carmine Falcone.
Yeah, that guy. He's cool. He's never in the
Dude.
fucking movies.
And honestly, like I love Arnold, but we need a new Mr. Freeze
We need
that has
real,
a good script. Like we can't just have that be the legacy of Mr. Freeze in film.
No, we need a good
That can't
Mr.
be it.
Freeze. Like
And Uma Thurman, I'm sorry, I love you,
oh,
but terrible Poison Ivy. That is just what with the nipples on the fucking costume of Batman. What was up with that movie?
I want a real Robin
What happened
too.
there?
I want a real Robin. I'm tired of these fake fucking nipple having Robins that are like, holy bejesus, Batman, what are we gonna do? Like,
Holy popcorn!
I want a
It's like,
guy. I want like an understudy of Batman who gets fed up with how Batman does shit. So then Robin goes out and starts killing people because he's just sick and tired of Batman, and then
Oh.
Batman has to stop Robin.
Dude, you need to read more of these comic books because
Well, I'm sure that exists
that
in
happens.
some medium.
That more or less happens.
I mean, I get it. You know, the Joker, he's the big kahuna of the Batman universe. I understand that. But, you know, there's so many other people. I'm getting tired of it. I want new. I want exciting. I want Batman to have to fist fight somebody and not just, like, blow really hard and he falls over, you know?
Well, Bane broke his back.
Yeah,
that
but
was pretty.
I wasn't a fan.
Batman didn't win that fight.
The only thing I didn't like about that Bane was the fact that he had nothing to do with, like, that serum that makes him huge. Like, that's why he was so crazy,
I feel
you
like
know?
I don't know if that like. I almost wonder if they like plan to make another movie with him,
Yeah, and he'd come back
and
as,
like he
that.
would have that as well or something. But then instead, Ed Hardy just went on to make Venom. He switched fucking
It's
franchises.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
Ed Hardy's the clothing man. Different guy. I got
my
point.
mind on fashion, but no. Yeah, Tom Hardy.
But no, I am very superheroes have gone the way of the zombie. It is so overdone that really we just need a good 5 to 10 year break of no major cinematic superhero movies, and then when they come out with one in a decade, it'll mean a lot more.
Yeah, it'll be like, oh my fuck, everyone's gonna go see it.
Like when I was a kid, it was kind of the early stages. Like we had Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, that was cool. Then there was like a little bit of a lull. We didn't know what was going to happen. Then we had that really shitty Hulk. And then they did the second one, which was better. But
The only thing I remember from the Hulk movies
when he threw the tank.
is no, not even that. Is like I think it was like when credits were rolling, either at the beginning or the end, where he cuts into a starfish. He cuts off
Really?
one of its limbs. That's the only thing I remember aside from like the hitchhiking scene at the end.
The one thing I vividly remember, because I don't remember which one's which, but Ed Norton was in the good one, the one that I liked. Was he in both?
Like I said, I remember nothing but the starfish and hitchhiking.
The Incredible Hulk was the one that I'm referring to that's good with Ed Norton, but the one that came before that, in like, I want to say maybe like 2003.
I think that's the one I saw.
I remember a scene where he's in full Hulk form, and he's just sitting in a bunch of trees next to a house, And I remember being in the movie theater as a child, just laughing at how hilarious that looked. It's like, you got to be angry to become the Hulk, but he's not angry enough to do anything. He's just like,
In 2003, you were in the theater. You must have been like 6, and you're like, "This is fucking absurd."
It was just so funny to me. It's like, well, it just the visual. He's this massive green monster that could destroy cities, but he chooses to sit in a bush and just be sad.
It's like the Iron Giant in the fucking junkyard, but it's not heartwarming. It's just hilarious.
That was a good movie, The
Dude,
Iron Giant.
I haven't seen that in fucking ages.
It took me forever to realize that was Vin Diesel. And
what? Dude, he was fucking the Iron Giant and Groot?
Yeah.
And Fast and Furious Man?
Yeah, the one that's not dead.
And he's done nothing else with his life. What else has he done?
He was in that movie.
Other stuff?
He was in that movie Triple X.
Oh, that doesn't count.
That was one of those like cheesy action movies.
Yeah,
whatever.
I remember that.
I remember as a kid, it was like, this is all right.
It's like the commercials were like, I'm Triple X, and then it just shows like the Hitman tattoo on the back, but it's just 3 X's, and then there's a girl wearing leather, and that's it, really.
And they made a sequel to that with Ice Cube, and the only scene in that movie I know is like Ice Cube's like chasing down a train, and he's in a car, and he lands on the track so perfectly that all 4 of his tires pop. But then they catch on the track, and he's just driving down the track.
Wow.
And he was like trying to save the president or some shit. I don't know.
Is that what they do in those movies? I've never seen any of those movies. I just know that guy died in a car accident, and we were just like, oh, that makes sense.
Paul Walker?
Yeah.
That was a fitting death for him, I think.
Right, that's what I thought. I was just like, oh, he's from those movies.
I got one more interesting tidbit of news that I want some opinions on.
What's this?
I don't know if you guys saw this. This is brand new. This came out this morning. Or maybe it was last night, but I saw it this morning.
Chick Corea is dead.
No, Jackass 4 is happening. There's a new Jackass.
What?
Is it 4 or 5? There's a new Jackass movie coming out.
Why?
But the reason that...
They're like 50.
The reason that we are aware of it is because apparently, as far as I've learned by doing very cursory research, the contracts have been signed as of today, and they excluded Bam Margera from the movie. They're not letting him partake. They have not given a reason as to why, but if you watch Bam Margera's rant video, you'll understand why.
What?
Because
there's a rant video?
Bam Margera is... if you like heavy metal, he's wearing a Burzum shirt, so that's just hilarious looking. And he's crying into the camera because they won't let him in the movie. And he's like, fuck them, fuck Jeff Tremaine, and fuck Johnny Knoxville. I'm like, fuck, if you don't see this movie, like, fuck you.
If you do.
And the internet is very torn apart by it because there's, the camp that wants to be on Bam Margera's side. But then, the reality hasn't set into them that he clearly is a bipolar, raging alcoholic, and it's probably not smart for him to be doing things that will, affect him physically and mentally.
This is bullshit, man. I want to beat the fuck out of my dad on camera again.
Yeah, so...
shut up.
Bam Margera is not happy that he's not in the movie, and as far as I'm aware, at this moment, it's 7 p.m. on Friday, so I'm sure more shit will come out over the weekend.
Yeah, we've just been watching memes all day. Who knows what's out right now?
But seriously, the rant video, that's all the reason
we have
you
to
need.
Watch that after this.
It is literally all the reason you need to understand why they did not allow him to return.
I'm picturing it like Eminem's like freestyle thing in that parking garage.
Oh no, he's in like a kitchen because there's a scene where. Honestly, I thought he was going to throw up. He starts, like, retching and, like, dry heaving and crying.
Oh, God. There's, like, a fucking open thing of Nesquik in the back and shit. Oh.
So, in a way, I understand. I feel slightly bad for him. That kind of sucks.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guarantee he probably feels like he's losing his friends and he's going through some mental and, like, disease, fucking alcoholism shit. That sucks.
But the truth of the matter...
You gotta be real about shit sometimes, It's like, this is a problem. We can't have you... here.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like I'm not too familiar with the Jackass background only because I liked it when I was younger because it was just entertaining. But the older you get, the more you're just like, this isn't even funny. This is just sad.
This is stuff that, like, the kids that you knew were being bad that went to your school in middle school would find funny.
Yeah.
And you're just like, well, this is pretty crazy. These guys are in their, like, 20s. But now it's like, this is kind of hard to watch.
Now it's sad.
Now I'm watching Steve-O cook with Gordon Ramsay and fucking talking about, but I don't know. I don't even know.
This might be an unpopular opinion, but I absolutely fucking hate Steve-O. I'm definitely, good for him. He cleaned his act up and whatever. That's cool. I'm proud of you. If that's what you want to do.
He still does stupid shit, though.
The reason I don't like him is because he's not a comedian, and he's not even funny. He is a guy that was famous for doing crazy dumb shit that no one on this planet would ever want to do for fun. And he did it because he was just fucked up and did it.
So I'm going to put this leech in my eye.
And then now that he's sober and, like, not as weird, he just wants to assume this identity as a comedian. And he, like, brags on YouTube and, like, shit. He's like, oh, I did this, this, and this. It's like, no one gives a fuck, Steve-O. You're kind of irrelevant. Like,
it's like, can you just get the royalties and fuck off?
Yeah, kind of. It's like, he's entertaining to watch in the Jackass films, but I could give a shit about his post-Jackass career because it's a big nothing burger.
Well, you know what? Feel sorry for Bam Margera, but if I'm being honest, the movie shouldn't be made anyway.
Yeah,
you're fine, kid.
It's not a big loss if no one... honestly, if all of Jackass just were to disappear from existence, life wouldn't change in any major way. We might just question a little bit more when you see Johnny Knoxville. You're like, who is that guy?
Dude, we still have skate videos, which are just talent mixed with that kind of antics.
Yeah, a little bit.
So is it like that's all Jackass is? It's like fucking skate antics without the talent, or even if they did have it, because I know some of them skated. They didn't show it. It was just them fucking shit up.
Yeah, like in the show, like, when was that? Probably like 96, the show, maybe 98. They used to do a lot more. It more so revolved around them skateboarding and, like, doing shit because they were doing that.
Yeah, I mean, they were trying to, like, embrace the culture, and that's kind of what it was.
And then it eventually came into, like, Steve-O's gonna high dive into a giant swimming pool full of elephant shit.
Yeah, it's like you can't take the balls it takes and, like, the adrenaline you have to build up in yourself and, like, the guts to actually do it to, like, bomb a huge ass, like, stair, but, like, just put that into smashing a dildo with a hammer going up your friend's ass.
Yeah,
you have like put it into something that's like, oh shit, that was crazy, not like, oh my god, these guys are sort of sad.
Yeah,
this is kind of sad.
I'm not a fan of Jackass. But yeah, I mean, anybody got anything to throw in here at the end? We're kind of wrapping this one up here.
What do we got? What's going on?
Anybody got Mitch? You got any big updates for us? Did you ever get that herpes test back?
Yeah, what's going on with that? You also had the week off of work. What were you doing?
Mitch has the mega herps.
Oh, I've been playing a lot of guitar, and I do not have the herps, thank God.
Oh, thank you. Ooh, that's a load off our minds. Now, Jake,
that's all you had to say.
When are you getting tested for the herps? 'Cause, we had that orgy. We all got to get tested.
Yeah. I got it.
All of us.
It's actually in 10 minutes, so we got to wrap this up.
We got to wrap it up now.
But no, I don't.
Having anal vapor.
Was that a side effect of it? Oh my god.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I fart a lot. I hope that doesn't mean anything.
And like you get it's not quite smoke, but it's thick white air. It's that, but it comes out of your asshole, and it doesn't smell like Tutti Frutti.
Sounds terrifying.
It smells like
just a ghostly fart.
Think of spider venom mixed with horse semen, shot out of a cannon made of cow poop.
It sounds like it wouldn't work.
Oh, it will.
It would just be a really gross sculpture.
Trust me.
With fucking red rope around it.
I'm currently making this, so I know how it works.
That's what that smell is. No, I don't really have anything to add. Fucking 99th episode, dude. Fucking, we got the 100th coming up next week. We also have a Patreon episode coming out this Tuesday.
We do, and it's Poochki Day.
Poochki?
Oh, yeah, dude. It's Fat Tuesday.
Oh, Oh, shit.
If you're, you're Catholic out there, get ready to not eat meat on Fridays unless you want to suffer and burn in hell for eternity because you couldn't stop yourself from eating that slice of pepperoni.
Sometimes you got to eat pep.
God hates pepperoni. That's the message I hear, and I hear it loud and clear, Lord. I got you. Salami's okay, though.
Yeah.
And bologna's not really totally meat, so...
Yeah, bologna is just an enormous sliced hot dog.
Is there a loophole against God? Can I use, like, beef bouillon and cook tofu in it? So I'm not technically eating meat, but I'm just using extract of beef flavor.
That's fucking beef molecules. That's beef.
But I'm not... Is it? Does God care about tofu?
God's a scientist. He made us.
He's like, you're going to
Theoretically, I don't know.
It's just God's anal vapor.
He's a biologist. He was like, I'll sprinkle some of this in there. Fucking couple million years, we got some people.
Chicken stock and beef bouillon is God's anal vapors. That's all it is.
Good enough for me.
But
you know what? If it's the good enough for the man upstairs, we have to accept it. We have to.
With all of that being said, that is effectively our 99th episode.
99.
Thank you for joining us in this beautiful discussion / conversation /
about
orgy of words.
Yeah, just mostly food and just metaphors.
Yeah, mostly, but we did. Yeah. We're talented enough to make that fun for us.
For us,
maybe not for you, but for us, fuck you. It's about us.
Let us know what you thought of this. All right, going on and fucking talk to us. We're gonna have the 100th episode next week. Follow us on all the shit: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and we also have Patreon. Link down below. We're gonna be recording another episode this Tuesday for the Patreon series. It's gonna be some stuff that we've written and movies we've watched. Me and Grant.
Yes.
Startacold@gmail.com.
Bye-bye.